What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Buckeye BS here with my guys Cam, Mike, and Q. We are here after another Buckeye win. The Buckeyes get it done 35-16 over the Fighting Greg Schiano's. Fellows, how you doing?
Hanging tough. No complaints here.
Chilling.
No complaints. Everybody just enjoyed that game. Y'all had a good time? Y'all enjoyed yourselves?
I'm not going to say that, the game. I just thought we was talking about life, you know what I'm saying? Just life, man. But, I mean, the game is a whole different story, sitting on the edge of your seat, stressing a little bit, not liking some things. But, hey.
How'd you feel about the game?
Who, me?
Yeah, how did you feel?
We have a rule: don't ruin my Saturdays. They tried hard. They really did. They tested me yesterday. But outside of the game, y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah,
not bad at all.
That's good.
I had a great weekend, bro.
Tell me about it.
Listen,
I heard y'all was outside, man.
This nigga Q was City Boy Quinn. Now not for
Not
nothing.
me, man.
Ever
Not
since
me.
this
I'm a
nigga moved
homebody.
to Arizona, bro, outside Pappy.
Yeah.
Man,
You relocated
bro,
too, man. How's
listen, hey, man, this nigga Q was supposed to be doing movie reviews. I done watched like 20 movies over this nigga. I'm like, bro, like you used to tell me about movies.
Shit. I had the time, bro. I'm trying to catch up myself. Shit.
I feel it.
Yeah, man. Yesterday after the game, I went over to my grandma's. It was my uncle's birthday party, so my whole family was there, and it's a college football Saturday. So you guys know I'm from Pittsburgh. I show up in my Ohio State gear. My uncle, who is a Michigan fan, shows up in a bright yellow Michigan hockey hoodie, and then the rest of the family, all the kids, all the uncles, everybody, straight pit gear. I walk in the house, pit game on the channel. They're like, oh, it's close. It's 10-7. I was like, would you say 24-7? And then I walk outside. I'm sitting outside on the porch with a beer. My buddy walks out. He goes, 24-7. They just came back from halftime. Florida State smacked them around. But, yeah, man, the Buckeyes get the win. All around decent weekend outside of some of the struggles we saw. Where do you guys want to start? We'll start on a positive note. MVPs from the game, Mike. Let me know. Who was your MVP yesterday?
Honestly, there's really only one MVP. You're talking about the guy who – no, definitely. Hell no. Hell no. I mean, we had to talk about him on the back end of the show. We ain't even going to bring him up right now. But it got to be Trey Henderson. I mean, he led in rushing and led in receiving and led in receptions too. So, I mean, it has to be him. You saw his burst and what he was able to do and what he was able to bring to this offense is definitely something that this offense has been missing. You're talking about when you have a quarterback who's, stagnant and everything, and Trey has that burst, and you're just seeing week after week his vision is getting better. And it just tells you what could have been in other big games if he was 100% healthy.
MVPs. I know I talked about this running back in the room. He wears 32. I talked about him off season. Told you he was up next, or he was up now. Travion Henderson again on offense. He has another game with 208 yards this week. Was topping last week. Finished with that. Great game from him. We'll give a mini MVP to the offensive line. They're opening up holes and give him a lot of credit. On defense, I will spread it around a little bit. Jermaine Matthews had a heck of a game. Didn't see him at all.
What are you doing?
Oh,
What are you doing? Do you
Nah,
not
he
even know
over
your own
here.
bits? How you can steal Jermaine Matthews from me and not jump on Jordan Hancock, the leader of Jordan Hancock Island, and you bring up Jermaine Matthews? Your boy
Hold
gets a
on.
pick 6, and you're talking about how many MVPs you got, bro?
Dang, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying. I ain't know
oh, I
we giving
was-
out multiple.
Yo.
He
This
said
nigga took
what?
Jermaine Matthews, he took Trey, and then
Man,
he
I
wants to
wasn't-
keep
I
going
wasn't
for some
done.
more.
Right,
Like,
he was about to say Steel Chambers next.
bro, are you reading the roster, bro?
Yeah,
Who's
I'm
number
reading the
1?
roster.
David Igbinosun.
No. I will spread credit between Jermaine Matthews and the safeties because I thought they were really good yesterday, and both of them, Josh Proctor, Sonny Styles filled the alley well. Josh Proctor with the pass breakup for Jordan Hancock, give the pick 6. So I'll go there at the safeties, and I'll throw Jermaine Matthews a shout out for playing well.
Fuck, Kyle McCord's gonna have to be my MVP. It's the only player Q didn't name. God
shit.
damn. I
Why
guess
you
I'll
go
go with
first?
Marvin Harrison Jr. for 2 touchdowns and 45 yards. I mean, Jesus Christ.
2 touchdowns, 2 yards.
Yeah, Marv out there with 2 touchdowns. It's kind of funny. It feels like the Buckeyes get the game in hand, and then they're like, man, go get Marv his fucking stats.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oprah ass nigga giving everyone a fucking MVP, bro. What is this? The Buckeye Silver Bullet Award? God damn.
Oh my
Fucking
God,
participation
bro.
trophies for everyone.
Oh,
play well, you get
bro.
credit
Y'all
around
killing
here.
me, man.
I mean, good thing we got 45 minutes to talk about it.
I'm not stingy like y'all.
Kim, MVP. The only people left are Ryan Day and Parker Fleming. Who you choosing?
Parker
You
Fleming.
pick everyone.
My MVP, bro. I thought that Donovan Jackson and Matt Jones had good games, bro. I thought that
Oh,
they
he
were
said
good.
the offensive line.
Activity.
Sorry.
Oh,
Taken.
damn.
He said the whole
No,
offensive line.
it's not like-
Oh shit. I don't know, man.
Bro,
I don't know,
Jack,
man. Fuck it.
chill.
All right, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Well, I'll pick them to be the MVP of this game.
I picked 4 people.
The Ohio State Buckeyes. But nah, man. Me personally, bro, I thought that Sonny kind of stepped up. People gonna look at that game and say it was just Rutgers, bro, but that was a physical ass game. And in the past, those were the type of games that they said that we folded in and we would have lost and we would have looked pussy. We was meeting them in the hole. We was doing what we got to do. We covered the spread 35-16. Bucket, bro. We 9-0, moving on. But
Trey got smacked a couple times during that game and just hopped right back up. Like, they were
Absolutely.
definitely out there hitting. And I don't want to hear it was just Rutgers from anyone. Yes, we have our standards and want to beat Rutgers' ass and obviously want that to look a little bit better. But at the same time, motherfucking Michigan had the nerve to put Rutgers as their top win up on the screen during the college football playoff selection. Like, what are we doing? Like, we can't disrespect Rutgers and say, oh, it was just Rutgers, and then be like, oh, here's Michigan, number 3 team in the country, best win, Rutgers. Like,
That is, they did
you,
say that was their signature win, and they were trolling us for the halftime score.
I'm not trying to be funny.
covering
It is
anyway.
on a. It was on an ESPN graphic.
Transitive properties on us a lot this season, and I just want to say, our guys did a whole lot better against Rutgers than y'all. Our number 3, 4, and 5 running backs did better against Purdue than y'all did. Your best running back averaging 2.9, bro.
Mike, you brought up transitive property. Cam, do you have those stats handy? The Maryland and Purdue. Michigan versus Maryland and Purdue, and Ohio State versus Maryland and Purdue?
I do not have them handy.
I thought it was Rutgers. I thought it was Rutgers.
Oh, was it Rutgers?
Regardless, yeah, because we was on the road in ours. You know what I'm saying? They was at home.
Their 2 games were at home. Ohio State's were both on the road.
Oh yeah, that tweet that I shared.
And I think the scoring. I think the difference in scoring total was like maybe 4 points in favor of the Buckeyes in those 2 matchups, despite being on the road and having a first-year starter at quarterback. So while transitive property is probably the most ridiculous stat to use or methodology to use to compare teams, if we want to play in the mud and talk about it, we can. It's not that difference, especially for a team. Go ahead, Mike. Read it off.
I got it here. It say Michigan fans have become oddly cocky about the results of today. Just FYI, Michigan versus Purdue and Rutgers, both at home, 72-20. Ohio State versus Purdue, and Rutgers, both on the road, 76-23.
So 70 to 20, the score total between the two games, and then 76 to 23 for Ohio State score total on the road. Not looking that much different as teams. Mike brought up Blake Corum's struggles yesterday, and I hate that we're talking about Michigan already, but I mean, that's what the season has come to at this point. We've handled our
play
two
him in
biggest
3
tests.
weeks, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Drew and I have talked about this all year about like the test on Ohio State's schedule. We passed test 1 and 2 already, and like the finals coming up. You know what I mean? Like after you get through midterms, like the little fucking quiz and the one test that you take before your final really aren't that meaningful. It's like, all right, do your homework and get ready for this fucking final at the end of the year and tell me if you learned anything from this class. And I feel like that's where we're at in this schedule, where it's like, yeah, we beat the Fighting Greg Schianos. We saw things that we need to prepare for. But at the same time, you're looking around the national landscape and you're like, how does this Buckeye team stack up against them? And Michigan's a team that we're guaranteed to see whether we make the college football playoff or not. And that's someone that we're going to have to prepare for. And Mike was talking on the timeline this morning about people celebrating Blake Corum and all his touchdowns. Mike's like 2.9 yards per carry. The Buckeyes are balling, and I think we probably saw the best rushing performance all season on the Buckeyes defense this year, and I feel like a lot of that had to do with the offensive struggles. The defense was on the field for 12 minutes in the second quarter, which is ridiculous. I really don't fault them for some of the success that Rutgers had in the run game because the defense was getting tired out there because the offense wasn't getting it done. Rutgers came in with the leading rusher in the Big Ten, so it doesn't surprise me that you got off. I want to ask you guys, do you think this Michigan team is going to be able to run at will against this Buckeyes defense that we haven't seen many teams this year have success running the ball against?
Bro, that the running back from Rutgers is like that style of running back that I kind of like, right? He was able to, like, he's a big guy, bro, and he was able to push the ball forward. When I was watching Blake Corum in the Purdue game, they were able to stand him up. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, man, I can't wait to see Josh Proctor or our safeties or Sonny Styles coming and meeting him in that hole. They're going to destroy him, bro. Like, it really kind of gets me excited for that game. I don't see them having that type of running back who can push the pile or carry some guys forward like that. I don't think that they have that.
Yeah, with the emergence of the secondary, I mean, Jim Knowles showed last year he wasn't going to let Michigan beat him on the run. I mean, we got beat by 2 plays at the very end, but you will take those and hope they don't go for 80 and 80. So best case there. So I think he will, again, a little bit more stack the box, and he will and trust in his corners because, I mean, these corners have been really good throughout the season. I don't think they're going to get beat or run into each other like they did last year. So I expect a little bit of the same, maybe not quite so aggressive to go maybe a cover 0 on a 3rd and 10, but I don't think Jim Knowles is going to line up and say, yeah, we'll let them run for 5 and 10. He's going to be like, no, beat us in the pass game again with a better secondary.
I've been on wax for weeks and weeks and weeks on Fans Edge, on here, saying that the Michigan offensive line is not the same as the days in the past. And I think that we're starting to see a little attrition with Blake Corum's knee coming off of that knee surgery. If you look at him last year and this year around this time, dude was way more shiftier, way more bouncy, and you can just see that he doesn't really have that ability like the years before to get that move in a phone booth and just break a run out for 30, 40 yards. He seems to be kind of more stationary and going down easier than years past. So I mean, but with that being said, you got to be honest though. Like honestly, the thing with Michigan when they like to do that cross formation counter and that trap, what is our linebackers' eyes going to look like? Because I mean, a lot of the times yesterday against Rutgers, our linemen had the gaps filled, and it was just like Tommy and Cody and Steele were just like stuck in mud, not triggering. So that can 100% happen against Michigan. But also on top of that, yesterday we didn't have our Lathan Ransom in the game, who's also been extremely beneficial to us in a run game. So I mean, I could see a scenario where they get some shit off, and I could also see a scenario where we shut down their run completely. I mean, they averaged under 3 yards a carry between Corum and Donovan Edwards yesterday against a tomato can defense. So
you You bring up Latham being out. It's undeniable that the Buckeyes, regardless of how great we know that Sonny is and his ability to play multiple positions, the Ohio State's best ability to stop the run is when Sonny Styles and Lathan Ransom were on the field at the same time. So getting him back healthy, I think, will be huge for the Buckeyes. Yesterday, we did see a great running performance from a Big Ten back. We've been arguing about these running backs in the Buckeyes room, the entire Big Ten, the entire nation. And Travion Henderson seems to be asserting himself as one of the best backs in the country with the way he's playing right now. He's the number one back in his class coming into college, and he looked great his freshman year. People thought that he would have a Heisman campaign in his sophomore year. Struggled a little bit with injuries. People were questioning, was it his eyes? Was it his vision? He seems to be fully healthy and looking like the best version of Travion Henderson we have ever seen. We see him getting involved in the passing game, 4 receptions for 80 yards yesterday, something that Mike has talked about all year. Even in the offseason, Travion Henderson is best when we're able to get him the ball in space. And yesterday, we saw him get involved in the pass game. He only had 7 catches on the season going into yesterday. I think he actually had 5 receptions yesterday, so almost catching his season total in the game. It seems like the Buckeyes have unlocked something with the success that we've seen from Travion Henderson. I just want to get your thoughts on, is Trey the best back in the Big Ten? And have we seen is Travion Henderson playing the best ball that we've seen him play his entire career right now?
I'll let Q go because I remember you asking this question in the preseason, and we all went. So go ahead, Q.
I mean, what dude do when he beat Michael Jordan in the bed in the locker room? Like, what you want me to tell you at this point? I mean, yeah, he's playing the best ball, I believe, of his career. I won't say he's the best back in the country or the best back in the Big Ten yet. I want him to stay consistent, and that also 2 ways on the offensive line. But the last 2 games is kind of what I expected from Trey. A little bit last season he was hurt, but coming into this season, I'm like, hey, you continue to get this guy in space and open holes. And like I said, other running backs do things better than Trey, but they had a saying, like, when you get to the second level, that's where recruiting takes over, and you get this guy in a little bit of space, even in a phone booth, as we've seen. He'll make a guy miss, he'll turn an angle and go. It just, no one else really has that ability. And not many guys around the country have that ability that Travion Henderson has. So I am very happy with his development. I mean, shout out to Tony Alford. He's doing great work. His vision has gotten better. He didn't take mind's eyes, like I said yesterday in the in the post game. He's truly gotten better, and that just goes out to development. And this running back room is not easy to get on top of. So just shout out to Trey. We need him to keep it trending. And like I said, we talked about the Michigan game a little bit. This running game is going to be very, very important. I mean, we've seen Ohio State again with mishaps in the pass game. If we can lean on Travion Henderson and he can replicate his production the last couple of weeks, or even not have to even replicate it, but get somewhere close to it, get about 120 yards in that game, it makes it a lot more winnable. So I hope he keeps it going.
Mike?
Yeah, that's my thing about it is we've seen it against Rutgers, we've seen it against the smaller teams, but we haven't got to see it, him truly pop off like against the Notre Dames, I want to say we didn't really get to see him pop off against Penn State, right? You got the biggest game coming up this season. As Q said, want to see the consistency. I saw somebody on the timeline said, it felt like Travion might be hitting that little Zeke stretch. I really hope so. I want to see that. And, the O-line continue to get better in the run game, opening up those holes. And if they continue to do it, hey, Trey can take it the distance, and he showed it. I also like how he was cutting back across the field. That's something that we're going to need in the big games, not just going and running out of bounds, but looking for those cutback lanes into the open field.
Trey shut me up, man. I was very critical of Trey's ability to run patiently and wait for blocks, and he has expressed that ability to do that plenty of times since he just came back from his short stint of injury. Hey, Trey was doing his thing, man. Another thing that I love about Trey is that his evolving into a receiving threat. for our offense. I feel like us throwing the ball to Trey is a whole other can of worms on our offense. As far as putting these motherfuckers out in the open field and just putting them in a blender, because nobody is catching this man. And also, I was talking to Ron yesterday. We were talking about Trey don't go down when you just breathe on him anymore, or you clip his ankle. Like he's been staying upright, he's been running strong, running through tackles, running physical, finishing runs. I think that's just a combination of Tony Alford coaching, getting him in the film room, and him being healthy. So Trey shut me up. Eat crow when it's time to, and I'm eating it now.
So something I want to ask you guys about that I feel like we're missing on other elements of the offense. It seems like Trey is his own ball of energy. Like he is constantly hyping himself up. He doesn't need the hype from his teammates. He makes a big run. He runs into someone. There's big contact. He hops up. He's smacking himself on the head. He's hype. It feels like the rest of the offense is aloof. Like Trey seems locked in and fired up from the first whistle to the final whistle. But some of the rest of the offense looks like they're looking around. There's some doubt. Do you guys get that feel that like Trey hypes himself up, but there's not that belief and energy around the rest of the offense?
Well, the only reason that is because the rest of the offense is dependent on Kyle McCord more so than Trey. So if you're a wide receiver, a tight end, or a lineman that's getting sacks put on your stats because your quarterback's a thumb in the pocket and he's missing throws, like you're probably not gonna have the same energy as a nigga that gets a handoff and can bust a run. But
I mean, we talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it. You could see the visual like in last game when Kyle McCord threw the ball at freaking Chip Trainum's ankles, man. You could see the frustration. I mean, I want to say even the announcers on the TV was like, "Yeah,
what are you throwing at? Why are you checking that down?"
Yeah, but they're also saying like you can see the frustration on Marv. Like, come on, man, I'm open. Like, why are you hitting this check down and I'm open? So, I mean, you are seeing some frustration. I mean, think about it. If you were a wide receiver, you were putting up all of these stats last year. And then for a fact, like you've been putting in this extra work. You came back, you were going extra hard in practice, doing extra work, and then you're not even putting up the stats of what you should have or close to last year. I mean, that kind of can be deflating, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. I mean, also too, I think Trey is the one guy on offense that has always carried a little bit of edge with him. I mean, we don't see the offensive line play in, play out, so they may do it as well. But I mean, we've seen him almost get in a fight with a Michigan fan before the game. We've seen him almost get in a fight with Purdue the first play of the game a couple seasons ago. He always carries that little bit of edge with him, and I like that, man. But yeah, the other guys are very reliant on Kyle McCord, so we're lucky they're not fighting him versus the other team.
Absolutely. Explosive game yesterday from Travion Henderson. 22 carries, 128 yards for 5.8 yards per carry, 1 touchdown on the ground, then another 5 receptions and 80 yards receiving. The Buckeyes get it done yesterday, 35-16. There are 95 people in here. We appreciate you guys tuning in. It'd be a huge help if you could smash that like button. It helps us a ton in the algorithm. So if you're a Buckeye fan and you like what you're hearing, or even if you don't like it, it costs you absolutely nothing to smash that like button. We appreciate it if you could go ahead and do that. Yesterday, the Buckeyes only give up 1 touchdown. Who was that touchdown to, you ask? P-Sack legend, Whippeal legend, Berg nigga, Jaquay Jackson. We got to give our guy some flowers, man. Rutgers wide receiver. You see the image over there on the right. Sarah Catholic Eagles. That is a single A Whippeal team in the Mon Valley of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This guy grew up in the town right next to me, right next to my hometown. His high school, he went to a Catholic school, is the closest Catholic school to my high school. One of my best friends in high school won a Whippeal championship for that same high school when I was in school. He then graduated from there to go on to attend the University of California, Pennsylvania, Cam's alma mater,
Whoa. California University.
California University of Pennsylvania. There you go. A school in the Mon Valley, a PSAC school. Cam is an alumni of the university, number 2 in sacks all time for their program. Shout out to the boy Cam. He then left Cal U and went to Rutgers, and we saw him balling out yesterday against the Buckeyes, getting a touchdown. Got to show some love to the guy. Also a PSAC alum. I went to Slippery Rock, played against our rivals. So yeah, a lot of connections to Jaquay Jackson. Know some of his family. Big shout out to him balling. Cam, what are your thoughts on seeing
TFLs? It was TFLs, not sacks.
TFLs. I'm sorry. TFL. Second to TFLs.
In the backfield. I was in the backfield near you. But,
Cam, what are your thoughts on your former alum?
Hey, listen,
balling
man.
out?
Listen, bro. I be telling Ron all the time. I be telling boys in the spaces like, look, Kyle, you. As far as D2 goes, bro, is NFL. You and D2, bro. We have more active NFL football players in fucking football in D2 over this last decade and a half. Matter of fact, today, when the Cowboys play the Eagles, you will see a Kyle Vulcan on the Cowboys. So that's all I'm gonna say, man. If you getting overlooked by D1 schools and you want to come be a baller, you want a chance to make it to the league, come down to Western PA at Cal U in the Mon Valley, man. We'll take care of you, man.
Yeah, you can go to like the fourth. You can go to like the 4th best state college in Pennsylvania if you want to, or if you want to have a good time, live in a nice, safe town. Have a good time. Live in a nice, clean campus. Come to Slippery Rock University, man, where they're really educating folks. And winning PSAC championships.
This nigga Ron in here bragging about homework.
Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock. It's not like the Notre Dame of the PSAC.
While we're talking about homework, Slippery Rock University, when I attended them, had the 8th lowest out of classroom workload of any university in the country. We don't fucking do homework, buddy. We take tests and do projects. So,
all right, so the number's great.
Notre Dame of PSAC, man. Notre Dame of the PSAC.
I don't know about that. We're way cooler than that. That's like Clarion or some shit.
No, it's like Westchester.
Yeah, one of them schools out. One of them schools out east. I'm gonna say Weast like fucking Patrick on SpongeBob. Weast. Oh, you said East? So where do you guys want to go from there, man? We got to show love to our guys. Those were, I think, the 2 big performers of the game, Jaquay Jackson and Travion Henderson, man. Who else do you guys want to show some love to? How about this secondary, man? I feel like we got a peek into the future of BIA yesterday. At one point, we saw potentially next year's starting lineup in the secondary. Sonny Styles at strong safety, Malik Hartford at free safety, David Igbinosun, and Jermaine Matthews, man. It felt like a glimpse into the future. What were you guys thinking when you guys saw that out there? I said during the pregame show, man, if we get to see the future of BAA out there and read off that exact lineup, I'd be so hyped. I did not know that it would require an injury from Josh Proctor, so a little less excited about how we got there, but seeing it was exciting. It felt like a glimpse into the future. How'd you guys feel about that lineup out there?
Love the lineup, and I think Proctor will be back in one of the biggest games. I will say I hope that he gets his pad level a little bit lower, so that way, he don't knock himself out the game or get a targeting penalty. But yeah, this secondary, I love what they're doing. You're talking about being down your top safety, being down your top corner, and these guys just not flinching. The fact that you barely heard Jermaine Matthews rarely heard his name just say, man, is he a lockdown corner? For him to be doing this in his freshman year, he's probably going to be one of those ones coming out of Ohio State with the names of, Denzel Wards and, looking like a first-round guy right now. So, but this is what I like, man. He'll be able to carry this going in the next season and will be on all of the lists and for awards. And this will just go ahead and bring BIA name back. Also, you hear the rumors about and the crystal balls coming out about Devin Sanchez. Look at what Tim Walton is doing in recruiting. I love it. Perry Eliano getting all of his guys together, and we were pretty hard on him, wondering why he didn't get that raise, man. Give my guy that money, man. He doing his thing.
Yeah, Mike and I talked about it yesterday on Mark Rogers TV. So make sure you check that out if you haven't. Yeah, we kind of got to see the the present safety room and the future of the safety room all in the same game. BIA as a total, I know they had caught some criticism yesterday. You know, guys were getting catches, guys were getting a little bit open. But I said at the end of the game, it's a net zero on the secondary. They gave them a touchdown. They scored a touchdown. So, I mean, would you not take that in any game this season? You would. Also, too, Josh Pryor, Jordan Hancock really turning around the game with the pick six. Big time play. I mean, that
two
halftime
accused 8 MVPs today.
Yeah, two of them. But I mean, man, we all said in the halftime space that was not a fun place to be. I think Cam even just got up out of there because he was like, I ain't doing it today. So coming out of halftime, them making that play, sort of opening up the game a bit, very important. So BIA again with a good performance.
Cam?
Jermaine Matthews, I mean, he's been showing progress week after week. They tried him early, knowing that he was out there, and then Malik Hartford. That's a pretty tough position to play. I mean, because you're going to have to, with two backups out there at safety. We learned that Jim Knowles apparently wants his safeties to be able to call the defense like that with the same abilities of linebackers. So for him to go out there just shows that he has higher understanding of what's going on, especially to go play with another backup safety. So I think that just shows what Perry and what Tim Walton's doing and putting it on wax. Like, hey, no matter where we need to go to the first string or the fourth string. The drop off is not going to be that drastic to the point where we're going to lose football games to 6-win teams like Rutgers. So shout out to our coaching staff.
You think Rutgers is only going to be a 6-win team?
Well, they're 6 wins right now, but I'm just saying, like a 6-2 squad. Like we had what we had three starters out in our secondary against a 6-2 team on the road. And look, Greg Schiano had a great game plan about what he wanted to do with us. And I was telling a lot of the Michigan folks, like, look, man, that game last night or yesterday was not about the X's and O's. It was about the Jimmies and Joes. Like, they had a good game plan. They just didn't have better players than us. And so we're 9-0, and they're not. So that's how it goes.
Like, I think people think I'm being disrespectful when I call them the Fighting Greg Schianos. No. Greg Schiano is that great of a coach. He's bigger than the Rutgers brand. Like, you know what I mean? Rutgers football is Greg Schiano. Rutgers football hasn't had success without him. And like you said, it's not about the X's and O's. There was a great coach on the other sidelines, but you know what I mean? They just don't have the bodies right now. But yeah, man, he's definitely building something over there. Bowl eligible for the first time in a while. So shout out to what they got building up there.
Yep.
Did everyone answer that one?
Yeah, except you.
I'm super excited. You, man.
Obviously, I was super excited. I think we're going to be fucking great next year. I love seeing Sonny at the strong safety position. Like I've said since he got here, like I think that's going to be the position he plays in the NFL. Some people think that he's going to be a linebacker. It'll be interesting to see where Sonny moves. There's going to be a lot of open spots. I don't know. I think where Sonny plays next year is going to dictate where they attack in the portal. Because if Sonny stays at strong safety, I feel like there's still questions on who's going to be at that nickel position. Because another prediction coming potentially true. Jordan Hancock each week looks like more and more likely an NFL player and potentially gone this year. If he were to go, that would open up some questions there. Or if Sonny were to rotate down into a linebacker role, I feel like that'll open up questions at safety where everybody's going to shift as they start moving around back there. So it was exciting to see. I like that lineup, and I would hope that, Gabe Powers and CJ Hicks are ready to go next year, and that grouping can stay together because I think it's solid. And if Jordan Hancock returns, man, I mean, you're talking about the best secondary in the country, possibly, maybe.
I think he moves. Jesus. Good Lord, excuse me. Moves down a level. No, but I think he definitely moves down a level. I mean, I think his body size at 230 right now, at 18 years old. I mean, you can't tell me he's not going to put another pound on it in college. I think he's going to end up in 235, 240 range. And also, too, you think, like, as comfortable as Jim Knowles is with guys who have been around a while, not exactly giving the young guys a shot at linebacker, you would rather him move down and fill one guy in, a C.J. Hicks or a Gabe Powers, and completely replace the linebacker room. But I mean, we know we have the talent, so I definitely think he steps down a level. You get more comfortable with this safety room, this cornerback room. You're trying to build depth there. The talent is there. The experience is starting to rack up there. You see Malik Harford and those guys step onto the field early. So I think that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah, man. Seeing a glimpse into the future, it was super exciting yesterday. A lot of Buckeye fans have been expecting to see that since week 2 when we expected to be blowing out some teams. But I mean, we are here, and despite all our criticism of the lack of play for the young guys, I feel like out of the last 3 seasons, this is the most that we've seen young guys being put into roles and being asked to perform as true freshmen. And I think this is one of the most talented classes we've had in a long time. So getting those guys the experience was great. And I mean, talk about looks into the future. I know G had a little bit of struggles yesterday, but also showed that he's very capable with the touchdown we saw from him. Mike, I know you're a big G Scott guy. I know you and his pops are cool on the TL. What were your thoughts about seeing your mans out there getting some playing time? One drop that hurt us a little bit, but also in a spectacular touchdown. So what were your thoughts on G's performance stepping in for Farmer Gronk?
Yeah, some folks, wanted to criticize G on, the drop and, the miss block and everything. But K's had drops too. Marv's had drops too. Everybody's had missed blocks as well. But it was just good to finally see him getting in the flow of the game. And I really expecting big things for G. I really hope that he comes back next year because I could just imagine with him and Jelani Thurman, like what that duo could do on the field with the new wide receiver core that'll be coming in, man. So I'm looking towards the future with G as well, but we know what Ryan Day likes to cook up later in the season with those tight ends. And I think that G has that athletic ability. You saw it where he was able to break a tackle and get a first down. And I just hope that, for him to continue to build that confidence because I just feel like the more and more reps that he gets, the better he'll be.
Yeah, we touched on G yesterday. I thought he had a very solid game, man. Obviously, the first touchdown catch, super important for the confidence. Keep that moving forward. I mean, Cade has been damn near the go-to guy on offense, and wasn't available yesterday. So I thought he stepped in. I thought he blocked decently. He did miss one that got Trey Clobber to backfield, but it was just a hard block to make for anybody. I don't know if even Cade would have made that one. But no, I think he had a very solid game. I think when we give him Bs, I think he gave him B+. I gave him a B for the game. It's a solid performance. And, yeah, I think with Coach Key in there, definitely working on his route running and them in the pass game, I mean, next year the Titans are going to look good. I think G will be back and look a lot better next season.
Cam, what were your thoughts on G's performance yesterday, stepping in for Cade Stover?
Cam, did you get mugged between the segments, bro?
Man, only if I could tell you, bro. But G Scott, I don't know. I mean, I feel like yesterday was just him not used to getting reps and not used to Kyle probably making that throw. He probably doesn't make that throw in practice a lot. It's probably like all his third and long. He's going to force the ball to Marv like he always does. So he probably just felt like, like, oh shit, the ball's coming to me. I don't know, but I felt like he kind of lost his way, like blocking a little bit, a couple of plays, but all in all, I think he did good, man. Like he just needs reps, bro. He just needs reps. Like G's good. I think that his athleticism after the catch is something that teams kind of won't be ready for as far as at the tight end position. But I think as far as a route runner against zone, I think that Stover might be a little bit better of a cushion right now for Kyle McCord because he's really good at recognizing coverage and sitting in those zones and being open and being where Kyle needs to be on those critical downs. You kind of didn't see that yesterday with G Scott kind of being able to, recognize what was happening and being that safety blanket for Kyle. So, but I give G Scott, I give him a B+, man. He had a good game.
Yeah, man. It was good to see him out there. And like you said, I'd much rather G. Scott be able to have the opportunity to make those reps, or make those mistakes against Rutgers in a game that we have in hand and that we're going to win regardless of his struggles, and be able to, hopefully learn from that and have teaching tape that next time he's asked to step up in a moment, if he has to come in a Georgia game, you know what I mean? He's out there making blocks and not headbutting people. So, you know what I mean? Fingers crossed, bro, that, you know what I mean? Learn from that game. And I, you know what I mean? Seeing him go out there and do what we expected him to do as far as being a former top 100 receiver and make a great play in the end zone. That's what Buckeye fans have been clamoring for as far as getting him on the field. And, hopefully he's able to step it up in the blocking game. And I feel like he's definitely going to be a weapon next year. And to have that as your tight end too, I think that's great. There's 100 people in here right now. I'm about to go check how many likes we got. Definitely not enough. Only 42. Let's run that up to 75, man. The Buckeyes got to win. Smash that like button. Yeah, we need that. We got to do a little housekeeping, our weekly sponsored segment, man.
Oh, come on.
This nigga Parker Fleming, bro.
Get the broom out,
bro.
Oh no,
not
Parker.
We about to start calling Ryan Sandman, bro.
Bro, like we gotta get bro the fuck out the paint. Like I don't know if I need to start putting flyers around Columbus. Like we have how they got a moving day on campus. Like all the frats.
Hey, bro, I got
the heavy furniture into the dorms and shit, bro. We need the whole city of Columbus to show out, pull up to Parker Fleming's house, and help this nigga move. Because he got to get the fuck up out of here. This nigga is the absolute fucking worst.
Scheduled 2 guys in the truck to just pull up to his house.
Nah, bro, dude, yesterday bro, I literally woke up in the morning, bro. Dude, this random dude on Twitter yesterday added Parker Fleming. It's like, okay, I already know. I might as well get this out the way right now. Fire Parker Fleming. And then he was like, I already know you're going to do some dumb shit. Fire Parker Fleming off the rip. And then Parker Fleming added him, was like, damn, bro, I just woke up. Here's like another reason to fire you. It's 9 a.m. What you doing?
Yeah, bro, grow the fuck up, bro. You think you are Ron James? Like, fuck.
Damn.
I was saying on that tweet, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro. He's like, why are you only waking up at 9 a.m., bro?
The only bum that wakes up at 9 is me. Nigga, you do it.
Oh, my God, bro.
Oh, bro. Fucking Parker Fleming, bro.
Bro, this dude fucking stinks, bro. Like, bro, Jesse Mirko out there calling plays like he's playing NCAA 14. Nigga. Like, what are you doing? Audible into the fucking punter run on 4th and what was it? 4th and inches,
bro.
And he did that.
I don't.
I
wasn't even that, bro.
Ryan, they said it wasn't called. He said that it was a miscommunication. How do you miscommunicate?
Who's in charge of communication in the special teams, bro? Man, if only we paid someone $500,000 to make sure that didn't happen.
That literally made the game look way closer to us than it needed to be, bro.
Did he not look like he was running in the Matrix? You just knew as soon as he took off running, you was like, he not getting there.
Wasn't even 4th and inches. It's fucking 4th and 4.
He was like, he's not getting there.
Greg Schiano is faster than our punter.
Bro, this nigga saw Devin Brown go out in the red zone.
Greg Schiano ran across the field faster than
he saw Devin Brown go down in the red zone and was like, this is my moment to let Ryan Day know they need me. I can get it done. Like, I could run a little read option if we need to. Like, that was just absolutely fucking ridiculous. And it's sad that, like, we have come to expect this blunder every fucking week. Like, and they find a new way to do it too, which is honestly surprising.
No. Well, I talked about you about this yesterday. I was like, bro, like, the special teams, it's either neutral, it doesn't affect, or it's negative. It's never positive. And one thing, too, is like on punt return. I'm like, damn, do we block anybody on punt return? This man Ballard is catching everyone with a fair catch with 4 dudes just looking at him like, yeah, I'm waiting for you to drop the ball. Like, damn, can we give this man a chance to return a punt?
Bro, and he was so slow, bro. Like, the way he was doing it, I was watching it live. I'm like, this nigga not – is he – what is – oh my God, bro. I was like, dog, no fucking way. And we was on our own like 20-something yard line, bro, like 30-yard line. Like, bro, like
free 3 points.
But I also want to say this though. This fact about yesterday's game keeps going over people's fucking heads, and I want y'all to understand this. Our defense literally was on the field for over 12 minutes in the second quarter. How many minutes are in an entire quarter, Ron?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the box score. Wrong person.
My bad. I don't know how the camera looks. Let me switch it. Shouty not here.
Right? 15.
There we go.
That's 6. 15. There it is. Oh, yeah, 15. Our defense literally was on the field for 12 minutes and a 15-minute quarter, and they ended up with 9 points at the half, bro. And we had 3 starters out. I don't want to hear shit about our defense. I don't want to hear shit about that halftime shit. Greg Schiano did the perfect game plan. Every single thing that they practiced about and they talked about during the week to do at Ohio State to get a win, they did it, and we still fucking won, and we still fucking covered. Nobody, you can't show me a single game where
Rutgers beat
a motherfucker's
in
defense.
Time of possession. Yeah.
Yes, a motherfucker's defense was on the field for fucking 12 minutes, bro. 1 quarter. That is crazy, bro.
So I want to read off some.
Beat us by 11 minutes. Shit.
I want to read off some stats for you guys, because we were talking about Parker Fleming, how he needs to be fired. Parker Fleming received a raise last year, right? There is a coach on this staff that did not get a raise last year. So we are going to compare their stats, and you tell me who deserves a raise. Jesse Mirko, 1 carry, 2 yards. Travion Henderson, 22 carries, 128 yards, 5.8 yards per carry, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions, 80 yards. The guy that coaches Jesse Mirko got a raise last year. The guy that coaches Travion Henderson did not. Make it fucking make sense, bro. The math is not mathing. How did Tony Alford not get a fucking raise last year? And that clown show of a dumbass, Parker Fleming, managed to get more money for Jesse Mirko to fake fucking punt it for a 2-yard rush when it was 4th and fucking 4. Right. Anyone?
Well, let's see if this troll goes viral in the Michigan beat. Maybe they need to go hit up Parker Fleming because maybe he might got some dirt on Ohio State and Ryan Day. That might be who the leak needs to be coming from is Parker Fleming because it makes no sense, Ryan. I have no answer for you. My only answer is Parker Fleming got dirt on this.
Yeah, and this one I actually got to give the edge to Parker Fleming after seeing Jesse Mirko run. And the athletic differences between him and Travion Henderson, getting him to get 2 yards is actually pretty impressive. So maybe we need to have him work with the running backs a little bit more.
Oh my God, get Q out of here, bro! I can't believe you ain't dropping him for that, Ryan. We need a soundboard for this.
He was speed walking to the yard line.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
See, yeah, he been watching the Matrix. He been watching stuff in the Matrix for too long, bro. God damn, bro.
You gotta go to the gulag, bro. What the fuck?
Send this nigga some water down there, bro. He's dehydrated down in fucking Arizona, bro. Ain't thinking right.
Golly, man.
Air's too dry down there. Got this man's brain fried.
Shit, what was it? The tacos he ate last night, man.
That's what I'm saying. Cam, what are your thoughts?
I don't understand why he got fucking hired. I mean, got a raise, but like I said, I think the MVP of the season so far is definitely Perry Eliano.
Anyone else? You got 9 more if we're giving out MVPs, if that's how that works, right?
Perry Eliano. But no, Tony Alford definitely doing his thing. I mean, let's not get it twisted. Mayan Williams, who supposedly was in a doghouse all year, came in against Penn State cold with no carries and did what he had to do when we needed him to do it. Dallin Hayden came in against Purdue, ran for 7.8 yards per carry. So it seems to me that the running back room just seems to be interchangeable when we need it. But obviously Trey is the more gifted running back out of everyone. And with Chip trained him. So being able to be a fullback and become a receiving threat and to learn the blocking and doing all that in a pass pro, all that comes from Tony Alford being versatile and knowing his players. So why Tony Alford and getting the praise and the loves that he wants, I can understand why. I mean, a lot of people feels like he's not that guy on the trail that they want to be because we want to get a Travion Henderson every class and the top 10 running back or whatever. But every single running back that we put on the field gets the job done and is feasible. So I think that's credit to Tony Alford.
So I think someone yesterday watching the game felt so vindicated because the Buckeyes yesterday gave up their biggest play of the season, topping a player who gave up 2 of our biggest plays of the season. The Buckeyes give up their longest run and first play over 40 yards on a fucking trick play.
Our first explosive of the season.
The fake QB sneak, man.
Which was fire, by the way.
It had me baffled, exactly. And Cam took the words out of my mouth. It was a great play that I couldn't even fucking be mad at. I'm like, you got me. You got me. Like, what do you even say at that point? What were your guys' thoughts when you saw that play? And was that probably the best play you've seen all season?
I was just confused, man. You still gotta hold that edge, man. That's what I was thinking. Still gotta hold the edge. So I don't know, man. It is what
all
it
right,
is.
Coach Mike Buckeyes.
Cody Simon.
But no, it was a nice play. Hey, man, they say that they might run that against your team today. So
Do the Eagles and Cowboys play today?
yeah,
absolutely. You want to talk about that?
You want to talk about
that? No. We're going to table that. We're going to end this show on talking some NFL here. We got one more topic that we got to get to. Did everyone answer that about the play? Did everyone get their thoughts off?
Yeah. No,
all right.
we did.
All right. Look. So, little housekeeping. Yesterday, Mike and Q did the post game on Mark Rogers' TV, Voice of College Football, the Ohio State channel. Make sure you check that out if you want to see their instant reaction right after the game. Chris Drew and I also did one on Bleacher Report. And man, I tell you, we didn't talk much Kyle McCord on this episode because I don't even think Chris got more than 3 words in on the Bleacher Report appearance. I took 27 minutes to eviscerate Kyle McCord. So if you want Kyle McCord talk, go watch the Bleacher Report replay. But there's one thing that I got to get to, last thing about the Buckeyes before we move on to how the Cowboys are going to lose today. We have talked about these injuries around this team, and we had some people out yesterday, but we did receive one of our most dynamic pass catchers. Emeka Egbuka returns. I feel like the most memorable play that he had was coming up short on that 3rd or 4th down. He had 4 catches for 29 yards. Did you guys expect more to be added to this offense? And I don't know how much this is on Emeka or how much it's just becoming blatantly obvious that there's deficiencies at the quarterback position. Did you expect more to be added to this offense with the addition of Emeka Egbuka returning this week?
I think that we saw exactly what we've been seeing all season from our offense, and I don't think that we should expect anything more from it. I will say this, that that play from Emeka running out of bounds, that shit was soft as hell. That's not Ohio football. That's not a representation of Ohio football. You lower that damn shoulder and you go get that goddamn yard. So I was not happy with that. But I mean, when you watch the film, when you see it, I done seen people posting clips like, man, guys were wide open still to this day. So, I mean, it's really just falls on the quarterback. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody else.
Yeah, the copy Mike on that. Yeah, Mecca needs to learn from Jesse Mirko about lowering the shoulder and getting 2 more yards because he could have used them. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Think it's fine. Get him out of here.
Wasn't the Mecca MVP, man? Come on.
And, we were talking about, is there a fix to the offense or will it get fixed by the Michigan game? I'm like, bro, this is the offense at this point. I feel like the limitations with Kyle McCord have shown themselves since the Notre Dame game. That's why I left and, did this so depressed after that because I was like, we are cooked. So Emeka is back. I mean, I expect him to put in better performances as he did early in the season. I mean, I don't know how much he practiced. He's just getting back in the team. So I expect him to have more of an impact. But I just think this kind of is the offense at this point. That somebody's going to eat and somebody's going to not. And we're not going to just spread the ball around like we're 2019 Bama. So it is what it is.
Cam?
We know Kyle's a Dukester, bro. Like, I don't know why we keep going over this week by week by week. I knew he was a Dukester. We got intel, and I'm saying it. We got intel in the offseason. He was a Dukester, and that Devin Brown was fucking better than him in the offseason, and y'all called us fucking crazy. And we said that there was other shit going on while Devin Brown's not the starting quarterback, and now Kyle's a dukester. Everybody wants to sit around and say, well, you know, we need to wait, and is it the play calling and the offensive line? No, that nigga sucks, bro.
All I'm saying, hey, Cam, to elaborate on that, we were told there are 2 first-round quarterbacks on this roster.
West Dakota Heisman might be able to do it, bro.
The one right now is not playing, and he's not a first-round quarterback. So, I mean, if the other guy battling him, you think he was a first-rounder, I wouldn't mind seeing what that looks like. But, man, we got to pivot. I need a moment of silence from everyone except for me and Mike right now because we're the only NFL teams with a win already this week, man. Shout out to the fucking Steelers, man. Best team in the NFL, bro. Your quarterback, every quarterback is going to start wearing 2 gloves because that's the fucking wave. George Pickens, the best wide receiver in the NFL that didn't go to Ohio State. Big fucking Steelers shit. But then our brethren on the other side of the state are about to fuck up the Dallas Cowboys today. So, Cam, the floor is yours. Please put on wax lies about your Cowboys so we can revisit.
I ain't got no lies. I got some facts. You want some facts? Q, you want to hear some facts? I got some facts. Philadelphia Eagles are 3-8 against Dakota fucking Prescott. God damn it. And we're going to whoop
Boys
they
are
fucking
undefeated,
ass. We're going to whoop they fucking ass. Y'all gonna act like Cooper Rush and they almost put fucking Jalen Hurts on a fucking t-shirt. And as soon as Dak Prescott came back, we put up a 40 ball on them. We on their fucking ass, bro. And we going to their crib and we beating the fuck out of them. And you know what? Ain't no weather good, god damn it. We on their ass, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
He said the weather.
It sounds eerily similar to before.
Come on, baby.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I know Michael Irvin off somewhere sweating up a fucking storm right now. God damn it, we about to be
sweating up a storm.
You said snorting?
A snowstorm.
I'm sweating. You said snorting.
Nigga snorting
allegedly.
Hey, man,
forecast is calling for snow allegedly.
Hey, I got us covered.
Don't disrespect the legends, man. Y'all
In Ron's opinion,
man. Hey, the 80s and the 90s was a different time, man. Y'all showed some respect, bro. You know
we in 2023. What the fuck you talking about? He's still doing it.
Nah, he off that shit, man. Chill out.
Hey, while we're on Michael Irvin, we got to talk about it, bro. We had Gmo and Steve Kim on the college football pregame show, bro, and they had me believing that Miami was a respectable program. What the fuck happened last night? I had my phone. I was with my family until like 10:30, 11. I get home and my filter on my Yahoo app that I get my scores off of was filtered to top 25, and I switched that shit over to all Power 5 and see the Miami Hurricanes take an L to the NC State Wolfpack, man. Were y'all surprised by that at all, man? I was just on the Fans Edge, 3 weeks ago, Mike? I went through their whole goddamn schedule thinking, man, I can't find the Miami loss, and here they are. 3 losses already.
Hey, that's what I was saying, man. A little too much faith in them boys, man.
Bro, they be lying so good. Hey. Like they be getting me to believe the lies because they're just so adamant about them.
And they be posting that Michael Irvin with the mic getting to you hyped and everything, and I be like, and they be so hyped, and then they put this mid on the field.
Bro,
we tried to tell them that it was Tyler Van Dookie. No, they was telling TVD look good out there, don't he? The only thing that they have, their freaking guy was supposed to be a Buckeye, and that's Mark Fletcher. Shout out to Mark Fletcher, man, because he really was supposed to be a Buckeye.
On Twitter yesterday, I think it said the Steelers are the only team in the NFL the winning record when their opponents have outgained and outscored them throughout the
defense, nigga. Make it matter, bro.
Hold on. We ain't even got a quarterback. And we doing
what
this.
I'm saying, bro. We play Sean Clifford next week.
You just open up.
Y'all have the most athletic roster in NFL, and y'all can't do shit. Y'all got the most athletic roster in the NFL and can't do
doing the
shit.
same shit as yours, bro.
Wah.
this look like our rebuilding years?
He just
Tell him,
opened
Mike.
up.
Hey, that's all Cam be doing every year.
Bro,
Wham,
Ron James just opened up with everybody's
wham.
about to start wearing 2 gloves. So now y'all don't got a quarterback. Which one is it?
Oh man,
This
ain't
nigga's
nobody
a
ever been talking about that
Which
Kenny
one is
Pickett
it?
shit, bruh.
Kenny Pickett is a fucking bucket of mid, nigga.
Yeah, ain't nobody hyping up that Kenny Pickett. You been hyping up
Ah.
your Cowboys for damn
You
your whole life.
goddamn right, we're better
it ain't
than
seen
you,
shit.
bro.
It ain't seen
He's
shit.
better than yours.
Jack off the books in a year or 2. So
I done seen 2
we gonna sign our
Super
whole fucking team.
Bowls.
We get
How
59
many
million
have
off
you
cap in 2
seen?
years.
I done seen 2
So-
in my lifetime.
Oh my god.
How many have you
know.
seen?
Yeah, and before those 2 was a 35-year drought. So
We were still whooping y'all ass, man.
Fuck outta here,
Yeah,
bro.
you as well. My team 62. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, y'all forget about that part.
Tony
Fuck
Romo ain't coming back.
bitches.
Tony Romo ain't coming back.
Man, get me
Emmitt
out of
Smith
here,
ain't
bro.
coming
Fuck
back.
it. Get me out of here, bro. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. In
Tell
there.
people, Cam, let the people know where they can find you
Man,
after
you
the
can
Cowboys
find
lose
me-
today.
You can find me at I Know Things 19 on Twitter. You can catch me on Wednesdays at 7:30 with this motherfucker up here, Cleveland Mike. The Fans Edge, we got a national show where we talking about shit.
Who they? Go Saints.
Yeah.
Isn't that their saying, right?
Who that? No, who that said they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? And then who that is Bengals. Yeah.
Okay,
Who that
no
is
swag.
Saints? Who
That
they
is some Kentucky
is
rebrand.
Bengals.
Go ahead, Q. Let the people know where they can find you.
You find me kicking it with Michael Irvin on the weekends. But when
Ooh,
I'm
going skiing.
QP
Bundle up.
QP ski. I said
Oh no, y'all hell, man. Michael Irvin ain't deserve that. Y'all wrong for that, bro. He didn't do nothing to this show.
You did it to yourself, bro. You did it to yourself.
He ain't deserve that, bro. Anyway, you want to find me, bro, 8 a.m. Buckeye Roast, 5 a.m. my time every morning during the week. You know, if you on Twitter, City Boy Quentin. If you on Instagram, Flying It Johnson. If you in the movies, minor league film. You know, I'm all over the place, man. Mike.
Yeah, Q, you're not allowed to travel for work no more. Nigga said that we sold out because we used the Bleacher Report replays and we're not saying nigga at 8 a.m. That wasn't exactly that was a comment on the channel this week. So you need to get your ass back so we can start doing some more live shows because apparently there's not enough niggas at 8 a.m.
They need more niggatry going on, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Brand is slipping, bro.
Bro, y'all make me say nigga.
Honestly, we might have to rebrand the name of the show and just call it Niggatry and Coffee because the Buckeye Roast is too pussy.
Niggas and coffee,
niggas
bro.
and they coffee. That's
Hey, two niggas in a pot.
You
of
know
coffee.
why we called it Niggas and Coffee? Because
Hey, that's
niggas
a
had
good one.
coffee.
Hey, Cam, say that one again, Cam. Say that one
Bro,
again,
two
Cam.
niggas in a pot of coffee, bro. That's a new name. We rebranding Buckeye Roast to 2 niggas in a pot of coffee, bro.
Bro, we this close to that.
Oh no,
sweet
2 niggas
sponsor.
in a cup of Joe. That's the new name.
Mike, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at 216_Wildboy. You can catch us Saturdays for a post-game reaction right after the Ohio State game with me and Q, or sometimes Ron on there too. And I'll be right here with Cam every Wednesday at 7:30. Make sure that y'all set y'all alarms. Hit that notification bell when you subscribe so you know when we go live.
Absolutely. If you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at 2Ts. That's 2_TES. You can find me on Twitch at the same thing. You can find me on TikTok at 2Shiesty. You find me here every Sunday with the guys for Buckeye BS, the flagship, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Me and Q every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. for the Buckeye Roast, the Fans Edge, the national show on Wednesday with Mike and Cam at 7:30. Me and Chris Drew every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for the best damn college football pregame show. It's live, man. We got a former BDMG guest pulling up next week, so make sure you tap in for that. And then me and Chris Drew twice a week for the Bleacher Report appearances. We're going to be all over there this month. Random times popping up. I think we're doing some reactions to the college football playoff rankings. I know we are doing some game previews, so make sure you tap in for that. And always tune in for the instant reactions on Bleacher Report and the Voice of College Football with Mark Rogers on the Ohio State channel, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button. Had a great time for another episode of Buckeye BS. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Go Bucks and OH.
Io.
Shout out to the cat.